Perfect. Well, first of all, I just want to say good morning and introduce myself. My name is Raquel Lopez. I'm the Parent Volunteer Coordinator here at Mount Vernon. I'm so excited to actually be able to put my position into like full use now. I'm so excited to be able to have you guys hopefully here in my room at the Parent Center. And again, it's just an exciting time. It's just, I feel like we've led up to this moment for a while. So again, I appreciate every single one of you for wanting to be a parent volunteer. It really says a lot. And you know what I always say, it takes a village, and we all try to do as much, but there's so many teachers that need help with so many little things. So being able to just come, even if it's an hour for one time a week, that's just like huge. So thank you for your interest. And I just want to thank you guys, and let's get this show started. So parents back on campus, this is what we're going to be going over today. We have our parent volunteer handbook. In the handbook, you're going to have to be filling out pages 3, 4, 5, and 6. Later on throughout the presentation, there's going to be a link there, and you'll be able to see the pages. It's very basic information that on those pages. You are going to need to have a negative TB test required. We'll go into more detail. Parents can only volunteer in the parent center or outside at this time. We cannot have parents in classrooms yet for volunteers. Masks will be required indoors at all times. Masks are required indoors and optional when you're outside. So when you're inside, we're going to go into more detail, but when you're inside, mask must stay on, and outside is an optional. And you do not need to provide proof of vaccination, and background checks will be required. So this is what we're going to be going over today. Does anybody need interpretation so far before I move on? No? Okay, so the volunteer handout book, like I said, there's going to be pages 3, 4, 5, and 6. Did we put the link on there, Azucena?
I'm working on that. I have to make a copy of the original since it's not public yet, but I can open it here so we can get a quick glance, and then I'll put a link.
So I want you guys to see what it looks like. The page, again, pages 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to slowly go through it. So if there's questions that you may be confused on, feel free to let me know.
And we'll be having copies in the main office too for pickup.
Yes.
So essentially, and I'm just going to go real quick through it, and I'll be putting the link soon. So it has the definitions of what a visitor, a guest, and a volunteer is, the registration procedures, some guidelines for volunteering, and then the procedures for becoming a school volunteer, some notes, and then it's all the applications. So you'll be submitting pretty much all of these, and then we'll be going through some of them. And it's mainly just your basic information, the volunteer application, the volunteer code of conduct saying you agree to behaving this way when you're on campus with us, the background check, which there's more info about it coming up in this presentation as well, and the results from the background check, the TB test, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the presentation, and I'll be putting the link to the application in the chat in a few.
So the link will be on there, but if for some reason you don't have a printer or whatever the case may be, we do have hard copies that are going to be available to you guys here at the front office. Okay. Any questions so far before we move on? And I know a couple more parents came in. So good morning. My name is Raquel Lopez. Thank you for wanting to be a parent volunteer. We appreciate you guys.
Si alguien necesita interpretación, por favor, díganos en el chat o puede activar su micrófono y activamos la interpretación en unos momentos. ¿Alguien necesita interpretación?
Okay. Okay, so as mentioned in the beginning, a negative TB test will be required. You can get a TB test at your regular doctor. If you don't have insurance or a primary doctor that you are regularly seeing right now, if you want to write this phone number down, you don't need to have insurance to be able to get this done. The number's right here on the link, 61. Can you post it on the chat, Azucena? Area code 619 692-5565. Write that number down and you can go ahead. That's the first step that you want to take because it does take about a day to read and whenever they have appointments. So that's the first thing you want to do is make an appointment or call this number to have a TB test done.
And I believe you can also contact the Lemon Grove Health Center as well if that's closer to you. And we're in the process of trying to work out a clearer system or an easier system for you guys to get your TB test with them. But you can contact them and make an appointment as well.
Okay, I just saw a parent that just came in. Hi, good morning. Step one for wanting to volunteer is having a negative TB test. This is a phone number or go ahead and make an appointment with your provider. And there's a phone number here on the chat if you don't have insurance. So negative TB test is the first step into becoming a parent volunteer here with us. Are you guys all thumbs up to move on? Go ahead and move on. Perfect. So the first thing you want to do once you are a parent volunteer here with us, you're going to always want to sign in the front of the office. Always go to the front office. We're going to have to get your temperature checked. We're going to go ahead and put you in the system. So always go into the office. All your paperwork that you guys are going to be filling out needs to be turned in to Miss Lelia, our secretary in the front. And you're gonna, once I have the paperwork, you guys are gonna wait for instruction from me. Your paperwork will be then handed to the district. The district will be contacting me and letting me know moving forward if your background check passed and your all papers and everything's in a row. I will be giving you guys a call, letting you know, like, congratulations, you guys are clear to come. And then that's when we'll set up times and moving forward with the tour here at school. And I just want to say overall, those are our 3 basic steps. And I'm just super excited that you guys are interested. And I want to thank you guys because I know your guys' time is valuable and cherished. And for you guys to want to give your time to us, for the staff members, for teachers, it really truly means a lot. And I always brag that our parents are the best here. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to be here and go ahead and just be a team. And I appreciate you guys for wanting to help and step up. Any questions so far?
Yes, we have a question in the chat. How recent does the TB test need to be and how long will it be valid? Is it just this school year? So my understanding is that yes, we would prefer if you go get it recent. I think if you have it within this year, it should be okay. But if it's not, then go make a new appointment and the TB test should be valid for the whole of next school year. Yes. So the 2020, I guess for the remaining of the school year and then next school year, as far as yes. I know.
And if there is, if anything changes, I'm really good at contacting and letting you guys know and updating you. So we will let you guys know if it's not that. But yes, you're right, Azucena. Any other questions before we move on? The volunteer application from what I understood is that you only need to fill out the application one time. Once your application is in, we can go ahead and use that in the system. The only thing that you're going to have to continue renewing is your TB test. If we had a background check prior to COVID closure, do we need to repeat the background? Yes, you do. Yes, and we take care of all that step. So those paperwork, pages 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the handbook, you'll see a section there where it says your background. All those paperworks are going to be turned in. It's a smooth, it's really smooth for you guys. It does not have to, you guys don't have to go anywhere specific. Just drop it off here at the front office and we take care of it from there. And we'll be giving you a call back moving forward. My TB test is positive due to being born in Mexico. Do I need to just do the x-rays?
I'm going to answer that because that is correct. So what you would do is show proof of x-rays that show that you are, you'll be positive for the TB virus, but not the disease, which is what they'll want.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Okay, so when it comes to masks, how we mentioned, whenever you are indoor, At all times, your face mask must be on at all times when you're in anywhere indoor. It's optional when you're outside. So if you're outside walking to the printer or walking, whatever the case may be, and you want to take your mask off, that's completely fine. And you do not need to bring any proof of vaccination. I don't need to know that you have your COVID shots. You don't need to bring, we don't need to make copies of it. So no vaccinations are required. If you're not vaccinated, that's completely fine. Again, all we're just asking is that when you are indoor, please keep your mask on. Outside, feel free to take it off if that's what you're comfortable with. And doing the background check is on page 5 of the handbook. It's just going to be basic information, the school name, which would be Mount Vernon, your name, your address, and the phone number. And I'm going to be doing the background. I'm going to take those and take it to the district for you guys. And once you guys are eligible and everything's clear, you guys will be getting a phone call or an email from me. And that's all that it's a quick step, so there's no stress for you guys. So we do all the running around and phone calls and all that fun stuff. Any questions before we move on when it comes to background checks or volunteer handbooks? If the ones that just came in, there's a link that's on the chat that you can print them out from home. If you don't have access to a printer, we are going to have hard copies available here at the front office for pickup. Pages 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the ones that need to be filled out. And Azucena just posted the link again on the chat. Thumbs up. Perfect. And this is it. It was a very quick meeting. I just want to tell you guys, thank you again. I look forward to seeing every single one of you on campus. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your dedication to wanting to help us out here. If you guys happen to have any questions that pop up later on that you're like, oh, I didn't think about it, feel free to send me an email, rlopez@lemongrovesd.net. It's also posted on the chat. And I just thank you guys for your time, and I can't wait to see you guys here in person and be able to be more organic together. Any questions before we leave and wrap it up? Thank you, Diana. We appreciate you.